Hey guys, and welcome to my world. So yes, I have seen Despicable Me 3. I've got my minion here. Is it Bob? I think it's Bob. I'm pretty sure that one's Bob. I'm going to call it Bob anyway. So yes, I've seen Despicable Me 3. Let's talk about it. So guys, if you didn't already know, I actually really like Despicable Me 1 and 2. I even enjoy the Minions. Yes, I do. Go on, Bob. You hold that. Yes. So, Despicable Me 3, I saw the trailer and I was just like, ooh, that doesn't look that good. So I went and saw it anyways. Now, I saw it with the little man and my dad. The little man really enjoyed it. My dad actually came out thinking it was better than he thought it was going to be. And the same goes for me. I really enjoyed this film. So, the story goes, Gru, okay, has got a long-lost brother, Drew. I know. The creativity behind these names is so good. Yeah, Gru is now happy living life with his wife, Lucy, and the 3 kids. Lucy, there's three particular stories to this movie, okay? Now, Gru has found out he's got a long-lost brother, and he's got this rivalry with Balthazar Brat, played by Trey Parker from South Park. And then you've got the storyline of Lucy trying to be a mum figure to the 3 kids. So there's a lot going on in this movie. Now let's talk about it. I'm going to start with my positives. So let's get in to those. Starting off with Gru and Drew. Now I like the whole yin-yang aspect to their relationship. Drew was obviously all in white. Gru is all in black. Their whole yin-yang, you even get a symbolism when they sort of get into this ball thing. Yeah, I liked all of that symbolism with them. And then the whole heart, this film has a lot of heart, okay? Now, talking of heart, there's Despicable Me. This is something that Despicable Me films do really well, okay? They have a big family aspect, dynamic to it. Now, the first movie is all about Gru finding out he loves these kids and he wants to have his own family with them. And then the second one is him and Lucy, and him looking after the kids. So you've always got that family dynamic there, and I really buy into that, and I really, really enjoyed that side of this. Now in this, there's 2 sort of family dynamics, and one really worked, and one didn't so much. Now the one I really bought into, and the whole side of this film having heart and giving it levity, was the Lucy side. Now, I really liked Lucy trying to be a mum to these kids, her wanting to bond with these kids. The kids are one of the best parts of the Despicable Me franchise. Specifically, what's her name? Is it Agnes? What's the little one's name? I really like the little one that likes unicorns. She's so funny. I really like her. But yeah, no. The family aspect is something I really bought into. And the whole Lucy side, I really bought into that. But I'll get to the negative of the family aspect in this movie in my negatives. So let's get on with the positives, okay? So one of the biggest positives in this film is the villain. Now, you know I like my villains. Now, the villain in this is Balthazar Brat, played by Trey Parker from South Park. Now, he was the funniest part, the best part in this movie, okay? He was hilarious. He brought this sort of 80s cheese to the movie. He was doing dance off. It was like Star-Lord going dance off, bro. It was so funny. Yeah, he brought a really cool comedic presence to the movie that I really, really enjoyed. Every time he was on screen, I was laughing my ass off. I really was. And then talking of the comedy as well, it was really good to see the Minions back in a secondary role. Now that is where they belong. Although I have fun, I have a lot of fun with Minions. I can get why a lot of people don't like it. I can get that people say they should stay in their role, the secondary role, and they should, because that is where their comedy hits the most. It can get a bit tedious in the Minions, but in Despicable Me, every time a Minion does something, you just laugh. Because it breaks the tension, it just brings this whole stupidity to the film that I really enjoyed. yeah, there's one scene in here with the Minions that just got me, it made me crack up. I don't want to spoil anything, but it was set in the prison, and all I'm going to say is West Side Story and jets and sharks. That's all I'm saying. Obviously, the animation in this looks really cool. Now, Balthazar Brat plays the villain, and he was like this TV star as a kid. When he was a kid, he was a TV star, and there's lots of action figures of him. Now, the animation looks so good that when the animated characters are holding these toys actually look kind of real. They really do. That is how good the animation is in this, and it's really nice to watch. The animation cannot be flawed in this film. Now, talking of flaws, let's get in to my negatives. Oh, Bob. Let's talk negatives. So the beginning of this movie is very, very choppy. Now, the whole beginning sort of sequence is pretty much everything you've seen in the trailers. Okay, so I was sat there and I was like, I've seen this, and it was so choppy. It was going to and from, and I was just like, oh no, I'm not going to like this at all. I'm really not. And then, obviously, the title sequence comes and it gets into the movie, and yeah, it picked up pace. But the beginning was very, very choppy. Now, like I said earlier, this has a lot of storylines in it. You've got the Drew and Gru storyline, you've got Lucy and the kids storyline, you've got the Brat storyline. There's a lot going on in this movie, and I really liked some of the storylines, but then some of them I didn't quite. And specifically for me, there's a part in this movie where Gru, Lucy and the kids go to Fredonia, I think it's called, where Drew lives, to meet Drew. And that sort of, everything that happened on the island, it sort of slowed the movie down, because Brat wasn't in it for a lot of that time. And it just sort of, you're like, oh, come on, pick up the pace, let's go. Now, everything to do with Lucy and the kids on the island, I really bought into, because I was loving that whole side of the mum aspect, trying to be a mum, trying to bond with the kids. I really bought into that. I loved that whole storyline. But then everything Gru and Drew were doing on the island, I was just like, yeah, don't need this. Let's get back to Brat. Other than that, guys, I don't really have many negatives with this film. I mean, it is a very enjoyable film. I was in a packed cinema full of, like, families with their little kids. So they were all loving it. The kids were all loving it. I came out thoroughly surprised, because I didn't think I was actually going to like this one from seeing the trailers. The trailers for this doesn't really do the movie justice. It's definitely up there. It's better than Minions. It's not as good as Despicable Me 1. I'm trying to work out if it's as good as, or if not better than Despicable Me 2. But I haven't seen Despicable Me 2 in quite a while, so I'm not quite sure. But it's definitely up there. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and like I said, it was nice to see the whole Lucy mum to the kids aspect, because from the other two movies it's all about Gru and the kids. So it was nice to see Gru take a step back and just have this change of pace with a new female coming in and her trying to bond with the kids. I really, really bought into that. I really like that. And just Brat as the villain, he was so funny. He really was. I loved everything about his character. He was definitely the best part of the movie. So guys, have you seen Despicable Me 3, and what did you think about it? Let me know down in the comment section below all your thoughts. And yeah, which is your favourite? Despicable Me 1, 2, 3, or the Minions? Guys, let me know all of your thoughts down in the comment section below. And like I said in my previous video where I unboxed the latest Z-Box, I'll link that here, description below, go check it out. I am seeing The House later tonight. So if you want to see that movie review, then hit subscribe, stay tuned for that. And I've still got to shoot my pickups. I've got a lot of cool bits to show you guys, so stay tuned for that as well. Yeah, guys, stay tuned for that. There's some cool bits. But guys, as always, thanks for watching and take care. See you later. Back again. Guys, a big thank you to watching the video. If you liked what you've seen and you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up. And in the meantime, why not check out some of my other videos? You've got one here, you've got one there, and you've got one there. Guys, go check out those videos, hit subscribe, and see you in the next video.